Hello, so today I will show you how to make this. As you can see, there is a text on the obstacle asking us to press space to vault over it. I don't have the vaulting function or anything right now. I just have this space thing just to show you. And you can name it vault or write climb over it or whatsoever you want. All right, so let's see how to make this. So firstly, you'll need to add a scene component. Okay, you'll need to add a scene component, this. Okay, I've already added one and I've named it text holder. Then inside that, add a text renderer. I've already added that. Or instead of text renderer, you can add an image or whatever you like. I've named the text space. You can write vault maybe, or you can even change it later in on runtime. I'll show you how. For now we keep it space. All right, so firstly we'll need to make a Parkour check text function. Sorry, so firstly we'll need to make a function. I've called it Parkour check text. Okay, so here basically what we'll do is cast a ray from a player's position to forward. Okay, so we can detect a wall. What I've done is I've uh, took the node get actor location, modified it a bit, added -20 on the Z, and then fed it into the start of a spear trace. You can use a line trace if you want, but I've used a spear trace because it gives me a greater area to detect the wall. All right, so -20. And why have I done this? I'll show you. Wait, I'll need to make it visible. Yeah, so as you can see, I have this spear casted right below his groin area. All right, if I do -40, I can have it at his knee area. Okay, knee height, but my game requires it to be at his groin height, so I'll do -20. Or if you want it further above, so you can add like 50, so it will go from his neck or his chest. All right, so fade it into the start, get the actor forward vector and multiply it by the distance you want. How, I mean, this is basically how long you want the trace to be. With 245 you can make it even 100. You see it is short now. I had it at what? Yeah, 245. So get that and add it to the actor's location and feed it into the end. So instead of actor forward vector, you can also get the input vector, input direction. You can calculate it and feed it in, but in most of the cases actor forward should do it. But if your game requires a specific input direction, so you can even get that and add this number to it. So ignore yourself in the trace. So once we have done this, got this trace, we get a branch. Okay, and we get call the return nodes on true and also on false. So for the return node, the first variable would be return, which is a boolean. The second will be location, which will be a vector, and the third will need a normal, which is also a vector. So basically from this peer trace channel, get the out hit and break it and expand. Here you'll get the location and the normal. All right, feed it in, feed it into the return node, but only feed it into the one which is true. To the false, get the return node and set the return boolean to false, and to the true, set it to true, and add the location and normal. All right, once we have done this, go to the event graph Now here create an event, call it, I've called it Parker text event, call it whatever you want. Once we have done this, call Parker check text. All right, and from here we get a branch, as you can see here, and from that branch you get this text holder and set its world location and rotation. All right, in that location you feed in the location that we have um, set in this function. Okay, set the location, and for the rotation get the normal and just feed it in. It will automatically generate this rotation from x vector. Okay, if it doesn't, then just rotation from x vector, you can do that. All right, get that. Then get your text renderer. All right, get your text renderer and set its visibility, set visibility, and you set it true here and get it here also, and in the false you set it to false. Okay, so I've called this event on event tech, but you can call it however you want. Maybe you want certain conditions to be met before calling this, you can do that, but I want it continuous, so call it on event. I'm calling it on event tech. So let's play. As you can see, when it hits something, it shows us that hit space to perform the particular event or whatever you want. But as you can notice, there's a slight problem. We cannot clearly see what is written. So the easiest way is just to get the text and set it to minus 150. Oh, sorry, minus 100, or how far ever you want. And yeah, now we can see that. All right, so that's it for the basic stuff. Okay, if you need only this, good for you. But if you want a little bit more, what you can do is get this text renderer and make it set text okay, and this value you promote it to the variable. I've already done it. It's called text. I'll set it and feed it in. Okay, so instead of this, I'll just just feed it in. All right, and I'll call it right before we make it visible. All right, so why have I done this? So let's go back into our Parker check text. Okay, so let's say that if we hit something, we want a player only to vault, and we need to check if it should vault or it should climb. Copy this, copy, and just paste this, and on our true, I'll just call this part. Let's make it like climb check. Right, let's comment it for climb check, and instead of 20 I'll do 30. Minus 20, instead of minus 20 I'll do plus 30. Yeah, and now when we hit something, instead of, now here we call the return node. If we hit something, okay, we call the return node to true, and if we don't hit anything, we still call it true, because this is for our can I comment it? Okay, I'll get it here. This will be for our climb, this will be for our vault. All right, and this will be for our no Parker, like we cannot Parker here. But regardless of where we do the we can climb or vault, we'll always need the same location and the same normal. So from here I can just get this. Oh, or else well, better way. Oh, yeah. So from here what we can do is get this text, all right, and then set the text to, this was climb, right? Climb, and here we can set the text to say vault. So if we head back in to the game, we should see like it says vault, and when we go here it says climb. So yeah, that's it. And if you um are here and let's say if you cannot climb it, what we can do is just remove this, get this here, and get another check. All right, make it a bit more higher, let's say 30 plus, oh, like 130 maybe. And now if let's see, if it hits something it does nothing, but if it doesn't hit, if it hits something we call the return to false, and if it does not hit anything we call it to true. So let's see, we can climb this, we can vault this. Well, it should not show climb, but we can modify the length of the raise however you want. All right, and here we cannot do anything, but here we can climb. Here we cannot climb, we can climb. All right, so that is it. So now you know how to add text to make it easy for the player to understand what to do. So yeah, thank you. And if you have any questions or if I have missed anything, let me know in the comments below and I'll help you out. Or you can also DM me on my Instagram. The link is in the description. So yeah, thank you for watching.